Yes, good morning. What's happening, everybody? Hoping everyone is having a phenomenal day. Yeah, I'm so excited. Officially, Rich Williams podcast. So, what's good morning, everyone? Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. So, listen. So, my name is Rich Williams, and I am super excited. Um, with this platform and with this opportunity to have these real talk, real conversations, and it's my desire and design with this podcast to have stimulating conversation. And for me, at the core, my core beliefs is four areas: family, faith, finance, and fitness. Those are part of my core beliefs as part of my core values, right? And we're just going to have some fun with that and have some conversations around it. I got some episodes that we're going to be recording shortly, um, and just really, um, sharing um, as it relates to faith, family, fitness, and finances. So thank you so much for taking some time out this morning and being on this. Joining this, we're live now on Facebook. We're on YouTube. I think there's a Twitter feed. There was a Twitter feed that was added to. Um, I don't know what I didn't even know what to call it, man. I know there's a Twitter feed that was added to the platform. That's the word. That's the word that I'm looking for. Depending on what platform you're viewing from, there's an opportunity for us to have some interaction, and I'm open to having those interaction. While we are in this live, while we're having this live conversation around the topic of who or what you become, who or what you become. I am a firm believer that our income is greatly determined um, by our outcome. Our income is greatly determined by our outcome. And every action that we take, it is a vote. Every action that we take, it is a vote for the person that we want to become. Every action or step that we take, it is a vote for the person that we want to become. And so I always say, if, with the thought that every action is a vote for the person that we want to become. So then my next question is, how is your election going? How is your election? How is your campaign? How's it going, man? Right? Are you accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish? Are you doing the things that you want to do? Are you in the arena, the environment that are you in the arena, the environment, the places, the things that you want to be in? So every action is a vote for the person that we want to become. And so to me, it is absolutely critical that we take steps, or we take actions that's leading us to being the person that we want to become, right? So that's so critically, that's so vital, I believe. I think it is absolutely necessary in terms of the person that our actions lead us to, the person that we want to become, right? So let's just dive right into this. So when we go down the path of becoming, there's usually 4 questions that I ask, right? And this is where we're going to start this conversation. 4 questions. The 4th question is, who is it that I want to be? Now, the first question is, how do people see me? Right? The second question is, how do I want to be seen? The third question is, how do others see me? And the 4th question is, how do I want to be seen? Right? So these 4 questions, I believe, lead us down the path of becoming the person that we want to become. Right? It leads us down the path of becoming the person that we want to become. How do I want to be seen? How do others see me? How do I see myself? And how or what do I do to become the person I want to be seen as? Right? This is taking us down that path of becoming. Understand this, that every action is the result. Every action is a result of a mindset and an internal belief system and or value. Every action is a result of an emotion, a belief system, and or a value. And so when we look at value is defined in 3 areas. The word value, to me, the word value is defined in 3 areas: information, interest, and importance. So anything that you and I put value on, friend, anything that we put value on, we place value on it because of interest, information, and importance. We deem it valuable. I mean, think about the relationships. Let's just talk about the friendships that we choose. We're choosing friendships based upon interest, information, and importance, right? If you're a sports fan, you gravitate towards people that love sports, right? If you are an avid reader, you read 3, 4. I mean, an avid reader to me is a person that's reading more than 3 books a month, right? To me, that qualifies you as. And listen, I'm not talking about an audio book. See, that's my style. I don't put myself in the category of an avid reader. I am a reader. I prefer audio because I can multitask. But that's besides the point, right? I digress. So you're reading 3 or 4 books a month as an avid reader, 5 or more books a month as an avid reader. Chances are you're going to associate yourself with people that are avid readers. And so value, anything we place a value on, interest, information, and importance. Interest, information, importance. That's value. Anything that you and I value, friend, we're going to get information on it. right? We are going to invest into it. We're going to get the information that we need. We're going to do all of those things, man, because we're saying, hey, I believe that this is something of value, right? This is something that we hold dear to our heart. And we call and we say this thing is valuable. So, I'm getting some feed coming in. And as I promised, I'd monitor the feed that's coming in. I'm multitasking, making sure everyone is involved in this conversation. Listen, if you go to Facebook, or if you go to YouTube, officially Rich Williams, and you subscribe, then you'll see this feed, and you'll be able to comment on that feed, and I'll get an opportunity to respond. You can find us on social media platform, on Instagram and YouTube at officially Rich Williams. You'll see down in the bottom part of the screen, officially Rich Williams. So if you Google at officially Rich Williams, you'll find the Instagram and you'll find the Facebook channels for us. But becoming, taking action, take steps. My wife and I, several months ago, we started saying that we invite new to invade our life, right? And because we place the value on in our relationship having a new experience. Now, I've been married to the same woman 32 years, the lovely Miss Leslie Williams. I've been married 32 years. We dated about 2 years, so we've been together for 34, just over 34 years. We've been together, right? I know you're saying, what? This guy is he's been married 32 years. Yep, been married 32 years. And so part of the strength of that relationship, oh, by the way, starting next week on Mondays, I'm gonna start doing Monday marriage tips. So if you subscribe to officially Rich Williams, you'll start getting some of those marriage tips. Like I'll give you, and I'm talking about value and inviting new, but let me just give you this quick tip. One of the things I've learned is the handwritten note. See, I took the time to find out what are my wife's love languages, right? We read a book on the 5 love languages, and we discovered what was her primary love language, and we discovered what's my primary love language. By the way, my primary love language is affirmations. So give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a heart, and share if you really care. So hers is quality time. She likes to spend time. We place a value on quality time. And so we started saying a few months ago that we invite new to invade our life, new relationship, new opportunities, new doors, new promotions, etc. And friend, let me tell you, that was July. I think we started doing that at the beginning of July. Here we are almost near the end of October, and there has already been promotion and elevation. Already, there's been promotion and elevation in terms of new, right? And so I'm talking about value, right? Value is information, interest, and importance. If we value sports, we hang with people that value sports. If we're an avid reader, we hang with people that are avid readers. If we're in the fitness, then we value people that are in the fitness, and we have a conversation. We have a tendency to have conversations about fitness, and so these are things that we keep in mind. These are things that we have to be purposeful about, right? And so we value that. And so in our relationship, we value having new experience. It would be easy after 32 years. It would be easy after 32 years to get into the normal flow. You get up at a certain time. You eat at a certain time. To get into a normal flow. No, we change and switch it up every once in a while, right? And so I was telling you about the marriage tips on Monday. I haven't forgotten, friend. I didn't leave you hanging out there because you got your pen, pencil, and you're ready, right? Marriage tip number 1, I call it the hidden note. And we'll talk more today. We're not talking about that, but this is just value in relationship things, from 32 years of marriage, the relationship things, the hidden note, the written hand note. I write little notes, leave it for my wife, right? Now, I thought you said her things is quality time. Yeah, first is quality time, and then she like little act of kindness or gifts. Right. So I just leave her a little note here, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. She's my dream girl. I call her my dream girl. And that's a true statement for me because when I was 18, I had a dream about her when I was 18. I had a dream about her, and I remember the dream as if it was yesterday. I'm coming out at that time. I live at home with my mom, so I'm walking out onto the front porch. I can remember the sun coming down on the left side of my face. It was warm. It was in early afternoon, late morning, early afternoon time frame. And I remember I had on white, she had on white, and I remember taking her hand as we stepped down off the porch. And I remember right before I woke up in the dream, I looked down at my hand and I had a ring on, and I was like, oh man, I'm married. And when I was 18, man, I had this dream when I was 18. And I said, there's something special about this person in my dream. She felt like she was a person from a different, culture. She wasn't, she just seemed to be out, just, I don't know how else to describe it. And 3 years later, here she is. And as we started to spend time together, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. I said 3 years. No, I was 18. I got married when I was 24. So now you're doing the math, right? So I was around 22, 23. Okay. So 4 or 5 years later, I met her. About 4 years later, I met her. And I'm like, okay, this is the woman of my dreams. So when I say that she's my dream girl, I literally mean that she is, in fact, my dream girl. So these questions of becoming, what you become, it is a choice, man. Life is choice driven. Every day you decide win or lose. Every day you decide win or lessons. See, I don't lose. I take lessons. I don't lose. I don't lose. I take lessons. Every day you get up, you have a choice. When I get up in the morning, I get it with an expectation. And friend, I'm encouraging you, when you get up in the morning, get up with an expectation. Man, expect things to go your way. Lean into your day is what I lean into my day. Listen, your day does not have the authority, has never been given the authority to determine your outcome. Your day has never, ever been given authority to determine your outcome. It's my day, right? Now, for those that can relate to this, there's a scripture in the Bible, Psalms 118, verse 26, Psalms chapter 18, verse 24, Psalms 118, I apologize, Psalms 118, verse 24, it says, this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. It didn't say, well, I feel like rejoicing. It didn't say, well, if people talk to me right, I'll rejoice. It didn't say, if I got preferential treatment, I was going to rejoice. No, it said, this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice. You have a choice in it. Yeah, I point at you. It's rude, right? But let me do it again. You have a choice. You are not the victim of your circumstances. Rather, we are the victim of our thought processes. Because circumstances, right now, I'm not making light of whatever your circumstance is. I'm not making light of that, right? I'm not making light of the fact of whatever it may be. Homelessness, abandonment, whatever. And there's so many circumstances. There's so many circumstances that can stand in our way, that can stand in your way to prevent us from being successful. But I'm telling you, friend, that you have a choice. The person that you become is a person that you have chosen to become, because every action is a vote for the person that you want to become. Every action is a vote for the person that you want to become. And so now what that does is that puts you and I in the place that was to look at the actions. Okay, so let me. Okay, listen, Linda. Linda. Okay, all right. So let's pretend I want to become. Let's just use a health goal. Let's say I want to weigh 190 pounds. All right, let's pretend my weight goal is 190 pounds. Right, like right now I weigh I don't know, I'm around 203, and as a matter of fact, that is my goal to get down to 190 pounds. And when I met my wife, when we first met, I weighed 185 pounds. Now I don't have a desire to be 185 pounds. I'm 6'1", and 185 pounds is probably on the thin side for me. But 190 lean, muscle mass in place, that's a good place for me. Anyways, so I say I pick a goal. I said I would like to weigh 190 pounds. Now that's a small part of achieving that goal. Now, what comes with that is a decision that I have to make, and that decision is this question: what do I need to do to become a person that weighs 190 pounds? What do I need to do, right? Who or what do I need to become in order to hit that health goal? See, it's more than just saying, hey, I like to lose 10 pounds. Hey, I like to lose 5 pounds. Hey, I want to use. No, you got to, in your mind, you have to create an image. And that image that you create is called a vision. This is what I want to look like. This is what, and then you get a picture, maybe you go this far. You get a picture of what a 190-pound woman looks like, or 190-pound man, woman, whatever, I'm just saying from a weight goal body perspective, that becomes your image, right? But that image, that vision has to be attached to something. Because, friend, let me tell you something. Commitment sticks around long after the emotion behind the decision was made. Let me say that again. Commitment will stick around long after the emotion have left the decision that you just made. Sometimes we hear or see something and we're motivated, we're inspired to do something. And inspiration in and of itself isn't designed to support you long term. Inspiration in and of itself isn't designed to support you long term. So inside of that vision, inside of that inspiration, there has to be a decision and a commitment. I commit to eating this. I commit to going to the gym on this frequency, because eating and gym equals this goal. So I need to become a person that builds the habit of going to the gym. I need to build the habit to become the person that is conscious of the food that I eat. See, I switched my motive for eating. I used to live to eat. At one point, I was almost 230 pounds. Now, being 6'1", 230 pounds would be okay if I was a linebacker in the NFL. Guess what, friend? I'm not. I missed that calling years ago, right? So if I was a linebacker in the NFL, National Football League, I could be 6'1", 230 pounds. That's ideal. Running a 4.5, right? That's ideal, right? But I'm not. So 6'1", 230 pounds was fat, right? I was carrying an extra, 30 or so pounds on me. And so from that moment to the moment today, I become more and more and more conscious about what I eat, when I eat, right? I become more and more. There are times I'm eating dinner and my wife would be like, is that all you eat? And I said, yeah, I got to make space for dessert. Because I love dessert, man. I love dessert. I love snacks. I'm a snack man, right? I love snack. And so, so again, these are things that we do. These are decisions that we're making. This is where we're going. I wrote down some things as it relates to part of this process of becoming, right? And so these questions, again, I started out with these questions as it relates to what you become. Because I want you to understand this, friend, at a very, very deep level. You are the constructor or architecture, right? You are the engineer. You're the architect of your own life. You design your life. But Rich, you don't understand. I was born into these circumstances. Hey, friend, listen, the situation that you're complaining about right now, someone took that same situation and today they're winning. I'm just shooting straight, man. I'm just shooting straight. The situation that you're complaining about right now, someone took that situation and today they are winning. Who knows who, is it Robert Banner or Roger Banner? Robert or Roger? I do the research, or you do the research, or drop the comment below what his name. This is the first man that ran the mile in under 4 minutes. I think it was like 1955. He was a Harvard medical student. And up to that time, they kept telling him, Roger, it's impossible to run the mile in under 4 minutes. And he kept practicing the mile. He kept practicing the mile. He kept practicing the mile. Here's how he did it. When he practiced, he only focused on running a quarter of a mile in less than 60 seconds. That's how he trained. I'm gonna run a quarter mile, and my goal is to run a quarter mile for less than 60 seconds, because he knew that if I could run a quarter of a mile less than 60 seconds, then I can set a pace, I can set a standard, I can build a physical acumen that I could run the mile. And guess what, friend? He did. Eventually, he ran the mile. You can look, I don't know if it's Roger or Robert Banner, Harvard medical student, ran the mile in under 4 minutes, right? And once he broke the mile the following year, 12 more people did it. What am I trying to tell you? Once you break the ceiling of what was previously impossible, possible becomes the norm. Did you catch that? He broke once. Mr. Banner ran the mile in less than 4 minutes. The following year, 12 more people did it. 10 or 12 more people did it. What happened? What people were saying was physically impossible to do, he did it. And once the ceiling of impossibility is broke, possibility now becomes the norm. What is impossible now became the norm. And so today we know, if you watch the Olympics, it is normal. As a matter of fact, you're not even an Olympian if you can't run the mile. And I don't know the exact time frame is, so I'm not going to quote it and be wrong. And then people are like, oh, that's wrong. Okay, you don't sound like that. You don't talk like that. So this becoming what you become is up to you, man. It is totally up to you. Understand that you are the constructor. You are the architect of your own life. You design and build your life. You get yourself in the right environment. You get around the right people. You get the right kind of information, and you change the thought process. Thoughts leads to feelings. Feelings leads to action, and action gives you results. Thoughts leads to feelings. Feeling leads to action, and action leads to results. And if you have actions long enough, the results become the way of life. Now, if I want to change my way of life, if I want to change my way of life, I want to change who I become, I got to start by looking at my actions. And if I'm going to change my actions, I got to start looking at the way that I feel. If I'm going to change the way that I feel, I got to first look at my thoughts. You cannot have a next level mindset with a, ordinary behavior. A few months ago, my church, my pastor did I think in the month of June, was focused on fitness. And let me see if I get her name right. I think her name was Dr. Yolanda. Oh, I can't remember her last name. I apologize if Pastor Mike, he's my pastor at Spirit of Faith Christian Center. By the way, Sunday morning, man, Spirit of Faith is lit, man. Go to at SOFCC you'll find it. But anyway, so Dr. Yolanda, she said that a bad diet, how did she put it, Lord? She said something to the effect, right? And if you're watching this and you remember that when she was on, let me know. She said a bad diet can't replace exercise. Something to that effect. And the point that she was making is you can't commit to an exercise workout routine and maintain a bad diet, because eventually the bad diet's going to outweigh your exercise. Did you know that about 60-70% of weight loss is diet, not exercise? A large percentage of it is diet and not exercise, right? So who do you become? What you become is totally up to you, right? You got to change your mind. You change your mind. You change the way you feel. You change the way you feel. You're going to change the way you act. You change the way you act. You're going to change the results. And so results only start to change when I change here first, right? So what you become, right? So you start with Um, how do I see myself? How do others see me? Um, um, how do how do others see me? How do I see myself? How do I want to be seen? And what do I need to, or who do I need to become in order to be the person I see myself as? How do I see myself? How do other people see me? Right? How do I want to be seen? Right? How do I want to be seen? And who or what do I need to do? Who or what do I need to become in order to be seen as the person that I desire to be seen as? If you want to be seen as a great father to your children, and I'm telling you, you got to get information, you got to get role models, you got to get a vision, you got to make a decision. This is what a good father looks like to me. And this is what a good father looks like to my children. And then you got to do that, man. You got to do that. I want to be a great husband to my wife. I want to value her. Any value, information, interest, and important. You place a value on your relationship. You place a value on your wife. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to do those things that maintain to keep her in a position of high value and high esteem in your sight. If you value your occupation, if you value your career, then you're not going to say and do things that's going to compromise what it is that you value, right? If I get a high-paying six-figure job, if I work a six-figure job, and part of the requirements of that six-figure job is say, listen, man, we're going to do random drug tests. And if you test positive for any of these drugs, immediately you're going to be fired. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure I avoid. I'm going to make sure I avoid environment, situations, and people that participate in drugs because I place a value on my career. I place a value on my job. I place a value on it. So how do others see me? How do I see myself? How do I want to be seen? And who or what do I need to become in order to be seen as a person that I desire to be seen? Man, this is part of becoming. This is part of becoming, friend. And so I'm really excited about this. I'm Rich Williams here, officially Rich Williams, and this platform is where we're going to have inspirational conversations. And right now, we're going to be taping some episodes. We're going to be releasing some episodes. I'm putting together a podcast channel. I mean, we got YouTube, we got Instagram, we got Twitter going on right now, we got Facebook going on right now. I got a podcast that we are creating right now. So we're going to have, man, I'm getting this whole thing set up because I'm very passionate about helping people get to the next level. You know, for me, my motto is believing that you can is way more profitable than believing that you can't, right? Believing that you can is way more profitable than believing that you can't. And man, I'm telling you, so we got a little bit of work to do. And notice I said I'm including myself. I'm including myself in that situation. So, you know, I really hope that you got something out of our time today. My name is Rich Williams. I appreciate you logging in on today. I hope that this information has been inspirational. You found value in it. And remember, friend, we'll never look down on anyone unless we're looking down. I see at the top because the bottom is just too crowded. Now, we'll never look down on anyone unless we're looking down to give them a hand up. And believing that you can is way more profitable than believing that you can't. I'll see you.